I closed the stream out. I don't know what that was about. It didn't look right. It looked kind of weird. So I went ahead and I canceled out that stream. But I'm gonna pick up from where I left off at. I let me see. What time it is? It's 9:56. I was gonna say that I think that I would, after the loss, and for me, well, before I go there, let me just say this. Let me just say, I I believe that we as a team, we have to be a little bit better on the offensive. We have to. What am I trying to say? Okay, so we have to know that we have to be stronger in the post, right? We know that we have to have more versatility offensively. We need to be more creative offensively. We have to have players who honestly know how to put the ball in the bucket confidently a lot more. I'm not going to say Ava Hayden got exposed tonight because she was in foul trouble, but Ava Hayden ran up against someone bigger. Not bigger, real footwork, good defense, and I think Ava Hayden just didn't really have it tonight, and she, for whatever reason, don't trust her ability to shoot the jump shot against maybe a better team. This was definitely the toughest opponent that we played this season. You know, I thought, though, that we stuck with them well for 3 out of 4 quarters. And so, you know, you're playing a good team and you can't have a real bad quarter like we did. Well, I feel like we mustered like about 10, 12 points, and that's just not going to do it. I thought we played good enough defense. Great game from Chit Chat Wright. But who's terrified? And that's what you miss a Caitlin Clark. This is what you miss a Caitlin Clark. Because who's terrified of anybody on our team? Chit Chat is amazing. But still in all, who really scared of what Chit Chat Wright might do? You know what I'm saying? And when you look at it, you're like, okay, where's the shot creation coming from? And just basically bring it at all costs. Could it have been Emily Rodriguez? Would Emily Rodriguez have been Emily Rodriguez have been the answer? Because I know she can create and she can kind of do her thing, but she's out with the back injury. Hannah Stokey, I don't want to say she's in regression mode, but she's back to old bad habits. She's back to her old bad habits, folks. She won't look at the rim. I'm getting tired of it, but I refuse to be disrespectful. But I will say it's very alarming. She won't look at the rim. She won't pick it up. Then just tell us so we know. Because if you are, then you'll end up getting phased out like Sharon Goodman. You'll end up getting your minutes, reduced slowly but surely, playing not as much, kind of like Eddie O'Grady. And we'll love you forever. We always appreciate what you've done, but we need more. And just when I be like, I'm getting tired of Stokey, then she'll do something good. But the consistency has been a struggle for me from her over like the last 2 seasons. So, I mean, did Caitlin Clark make Hannah Stokey? That feels bad, man, because I feel bad. I don't like to go at my own players like this. But I just need to see more than like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I feel like that game was winnable. Iowa State makes free throws, then they probably win by double digits. Am I right? If we make free throws, then we probably pull it out. It's just tough, man, because you gonna learn from losing, and of course, but they gonna come. They gonna come, especially with a young team. But I don't want nobody to feel like they can't be better than what they are. I need a hard worker. At this point, I need somebody on this team to be like, you know what? I need somebody. It's just one loss, right? We ain't even in conference play. We still in non-con, even though we got the win. But this is what I need. I need somebody. And Chit Chat is definitely, she gonna take advantage of what she can, and she gonna ball out how she can. But what I need is somebody to say, okay, you know what? I'm hurt. I'm hurt, and I'm gonna be hurt, and I'm gonna do what it takes to make sure this team got a threat that make boots, man. Like Ava Heighton against them. So what this shows me is like, okay, so if Heighton can't dominate against Audie Crooks, then what if she played Clara Stratton? Which we wouldn't, because we don't have Kentucky on the schedule. But what would happen when she got to go up against Lauren Betts? Lauren Betts is the real deal. So what would happen if we had to play against a big like Medina Okoye? Then what? She gonna rebound, good in the post. And Ava Heighton is our leading scorer. So I'm not sitting there like, oh, I want to treat Ava Heighton like Sue Award. I don't want to do that. But what I'm gonna tell y'all is that when I look at Ava Heighton, there's a lot more room to grow. And maybe I had thought for still a sophomore, so I can't go that hard on her. But footwork must continue to improve. I have one problem right now with our bigs. It's like, bro, trust your jump shot. Like Hannah Stokey. Why the hell you put all the work in if you ain't going to trust your jump shot? You ain't gonna try. I gotta get around, take pictures of Christmas tree lights. Hello to the chat. See, I'm gonna be consistent. That's the one thing I wasn't. I'm gonna be consistent, whether it's videos, shorts. I'm gonna do my damn live streams. I'm gonna be consistent, and people gonna turn up or they gonna turn out. And either way, I'm gonna tune myself in, because when this Hawkeyes Bruins Sooners, I'm gonna come talk about it. And if ain't no getting back to it, that a lot can be learned from a loss. And this was a tough loss to take. And you just can't win them all, and ain't nobody gonna win them all. Oklahoma lost to my Bruins. My Bruins lost to Texas. They got smashed. And tonight Iowa loses to Iowa State. Man, I'm so glad that game is over. I kept calling Iowa State Iowa. I kept calling Iowa State. There's a lot I want to talk about. Don't know that I'm gonna get to it all. I do know that I'm gonna talk about a lot about Addison Dill in the next episode series. So that's definitely going to be one you don't want to miss. Y'all hit that like button while you here. Hit that like button if you catch it on replay. Now, if you're a Hawkeyes fan, versus negatives. In the Facebook group I'm in, I changed it to things I like versus things I didn't like, because I don't want to, say negatives versus positives in a group full of Hawkeyes fans who might feel some kind of way about me using the word negative. But, negatives. Let's talk positives, though. Chit Chat Wright looked like she didn't have no ill effects from her injuries. Chit Chat Wright was cooking and hooping. She just looked like she belonged. Getting her to come over to transfer portal was and cooking and looking good. I do wish she was doing a little bit more playmaking, but offensively, she was fantastic tonight. Am I right? She was fantastic. So good game to Chit Chat. I thought Journey Houston's effort, heart and hustle remains unmatched. I'm more from you. And I thought overall that the resiliency that we showed in able to be able to battle was absolutely no bueno. And to see us get it down to about 13 off of Taylor McCabe 3 to end the third quarter, that was good enough for us to be able to go ahead and make the run in the fourth quarter. So, shout out to the team for being resilient. Shout out to the team for continuing to fight. There's a lot. What is this? There's a lot to be said about, fighting back. Again, I don't do moral victories, but I appreciate the fight. I appreciate the courage, and I really appreciate the resiliency to make a game out of it. Because, that's the makers of a team, if they fighters or not. Will they lay down? Because this Iowa State day. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. And call it spade a spade. Those are positives. Now, let me see if I can find my Bluetooth. my AirPods. But while I'm talking to y'all, I don't know if I even brought them with me. Oh, I think I got them. I got them. But yeah, I know they need to be charged, but I should have somebody so I could talk to y'all through the earpiece instead of people looking at me crazy. So, because I might ask y'all if y'all hear me in the chat and y'all might not say nothing. Oh, I'm not connected. Let's see. Let me try to connect real quick. Okay, I'm connected. I had to check for myself because the comment sections might not respond. And I need to know if I'm on and if people can hear me. So, but let's talk negatives real quick. Let us talk about negatives. So in terms of negative play, right? Things negative, you're limited to start. Y'all give me, indication. Y'all can hear me. I know I can hear myself, but I hope y'all can. But yeah, I want to know. No, I mean we don't have a definitive number one option. Like Ava Hyden is nice. Like don't get me wrong, she's really really nice. But I don't know if number one option. So definitely the age limit. The problem I have is, who can you give the ball to and get a guaranteed play? Nobody. There's literally no one on the team that you can do that to. There's literally nobody that you can say, hey, take me to this win. Like I said, Chit Chat Wright is nice. But is she the one to lead at 5'5"? Like for instance, let's say you was playing. Cut the camera off for a second. Let's say that we was playing Raven Johnson in South Carolina. That'd be a problem, right? That would definitely be a problem because, man, this just keeps popping out. Damn shit. My goodness. Just keeps on coming out, y'all. So yeah, that'd be an issue, wouldn't it? So lack of a definitive leader. While defense is good, coaching down the stretch was questionable. It seems like now more than ever, players just do whatever they want to do. To go 2 for 1, we chose not to go. We chose not to, and I think now, so more than ever, players should be of the mindset where, hey, let's, nobody. It's just automatic. I'm gonna try to draw a foul and Taylor McCabe, like nothing against her, but when she gets the shot right, she tries to go for a foul. She attempts that, but they're not gonna call that. And for her to think that she was gonna get that call was just crazy to me. Like they wasn't ever gonna give her that call. I think that was crazy. You can't say that they ever would have gave her a call like that. I just don't think it would have happened that way. So next time, I would say that she should probably, shoot it, of course, but don't try to.
One item one at a time.
That's what I would say.
Your total is, and your savings is, 70 cents. Please wait. System processing.